to be to. Oh, tabi fiu kabi fiu to be what's the crest to be for cover to be clear for them. Yeah. To be what's it good to be for cover to be for them. To be covered as a big little rust, what else could be? To be covered as a big little rust could be. To be covered as a took a be. Ah! Man. Allowing us true to me, too. Allowing us to be to Briasa, allowing us to be to Briasa. Cut. Beloved. Give me few words for woman. Me for we built for us be us see a few words. Send me to give me to sing the very few words tonight to me. Words to me, Ruth. You to me, me, to sing for. Give me a few words. For a woman. Before to be the house. To sing. To following before night. Come sing to bo 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 say we 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 we. Thank you. So, I'm Mariette Lentz. I'm an operatic singer, and I'm teaching singing and art of opera at the Conservatory of Music of the North in Ettelbrück. The piece you just listened to is the famous third sequenza for feminine voice, composed in 1966 by Berio for his wife, Katie Barbarian. Katie Barbarian created this masterpiece of the contemporary vocal repertoire. I've chosen the sequenza to introduce myself because it's a very virtuoso piece, because it's surprising and funny to listen to, but most of all, because it's one of my most cherished vocal pieces. With this sequenza, I discovered contemporary music for myself, which became a big part of my repertoire. Initially, during my studies, I didn't know much about contemporary music. I was mainly interested, like most students, I think, in Handel, Mozart, the great Italian opera composers, of course, like Bellini, Donizetti, Puccini, and Verdi. And with Luciano Berio, I discovered how exciting it is to use your voice just like an instrument, integrating sounds and actions that aren't used in the traditional repertoire. So I began to explore more of this new world, and I found out that I actually felt very much at ease with these modern articulations of the voice. I enjoyed discovering new sounds, new techniques, new ways of writing down music as well. And all this allowed to express myself in a more freely way than in the only classical traditional arias. So the human voice became my center of interest as a performing artist and as a teacher. I wanted to know how the voice works physically. So I took part in several studies led by doctors and phoniators, comparing the functionings of professionally trained voices with non-trained voices. And thus I became interested in re-educational methods for singing disorders. Some of these techniques I still nowadays use in my lessons. So what is singing all about? When we sing, we want to produce a free resonant sound to enjoy the vibrations in our body and to get the freeing, liberating feelings singing provides. Not everybody has a sufficiently powerful voice to become a professional singer, but everyone has a voice and everyone can sing. Everyone can take out the wealth bringing and liberating feelings singing provides. With a good vocal technique, everyone can improve his voice. It's all about breath support and body alignment. So we need to produce in our body the right physical effect in order to get out a better sound. And as we all react in a positive way to helping tactile stimulation to produce a physical effect in the body, I'm using a lot of helping instruments during my lessons, such as exercise balls, impanders, balance pads, paper, scarves, everything that allows the students to get a better control of his breath and to help him relaxing the neck, releasing the shoulders, softening the tongue in order to get a better sound. So the exciting part of singing is that the body is our instrument. And that's also the difficult part, because we can't see what's going on inside. We only see the results outside. And our body doesn't react totally in the same way each day, as every one of you knows. So a professional singer has to get a control of his body, and that's why we have to exercise again and again in order to consistently produce a good sound. We have to deal with different languages, with different styles, trying to reach the audience with our emotional intensity. We have to take care of these body instruments, so trying to get enough sleep, to eat healthy food most of the time, doing sports in order to strengthen the body and the breath. We need emotional stability and mental strength as well to deal with the tough business that music and theater have become nowadays. And each performance means a new exposure to critics as well. So we have to learn to deal with being criticized all the time. In spite of these difficulties, the singing voice remains the most natural instrument for everybody of us, because it's the most nearest to us. Singing is not only a distressing activity and really health-bringing activity during your free time, but it gives you also the possibility to get in touch with part of your inner self. So it's nothing more liberating than producing great sounds and making big noise. So I encourage every one of you, in your free time, do join a choir, participate in vocal workshops. If you are sufficiently interested in your voice, take lessons. There are so many possibilities to work on different repertoires nowadays that I'm sure everybody will find something at his gusto. And I would like to finish my speech with a quotation of a famous American actress and singer, Felicia Rashad, going like this: "Before a child speaks, it sings. Before they write, they paint. As soon as they can stand, they dance. Art is the basis of human expression. And I wish that art and music in general should matter much more in the educational systems of our countries. They are proved to facilitate each learning process in children and in adults too. And most of all, they provide food for our souls. And this is a huge gain in life quality for everybody of us." Thank you for listening from me. Thank you.